So I'm reading a really interesting book right now about parenting and the effects that social media and the internet is having on child rearing. So in the old days, culture would travel vertically. So it'd go from grandparent to parent to child and then so on. But nowadays, because of the breakup of the more traditional structure family unit, um, culture is moving more and more laterally. So it's going from peer to peer and then sort of transferring across like this. And a big part of the reason for that is just the way that people live in the post World War II era, where both parents are working and there's a lot of economic stresses and a lot of activities that are happening that are available. And so parents are distracted, they're busy. And the extended family is usually not around or they're also working. And so for better or worse, what this does, according to this book, Hold On to Your Child, is that it creates an attachment void. And so what that is if a parent and a child, if the child does not get their emotional needs met from the parent, which often case nowadays is not possible because everyone's so busy and they're running around and they don't have that quality time. What happens is the child needs to fill that attachment void, and they do it through their peers. So, kids are put into daycare at a very early age, and then they go to school, and there's lots of students per teacher, and the teachers are discouraged from interacting too personally with the child. So, they really only have each other left. And then what happens is the child has, it can only have one value system. And if the value system of the peer group is different from that of the parents, then they have to choose. They can't have both at the same time. And if the parental attachment isn't strong enough, then they're going to adopt the value mindset of the peers, because that's it's biologically wired into us to have an attachment to somebody and then to fight for that attachment for our life. And then that's sort of what's that causes a lot of dissonance as kids get older, because they need to belong to those peers, and if that doesn't fit with the parents' model of the world, then they're going to start to try to break away from it. This book has a lot of really, really interesting points. A lot about how modern North American parenting, it's very behavioral oriented. So, they look at children who are misbehaving and they say, oh, there's something wrong with that behavior, instead of looking at no, it's a person, it's a relationship. There's something wrong with the relationship. And they compare it to talking to a partner, a romantic partner or a spouse. And they say if your spouse didn't talk to you and was avoiding you, giving you the cold shoulder, you wouldn't say they're behaving badly or they need, a program or treatment or something to get more in line. You would try to be kind to them and, get them to open up and connect more with them. And that's that attachment that we need to have with our kids and with our parents and with our friends to a wider extent. But it's a really, really interesting book. Hold On to Your Child. And I thought that was a really cool idea worth sharing. So make sure to spend quality time with your kid. Connect with them as much as you can. Eye contact, smiling, holding. I'm not one to give parenting advice, but I'm just reviewing a book. Anyway, take care.